watching the NCAA Baseball Regionals presented by Capital One. And welcome to Baum Walker Stadium, home to the Arkansas Razorbacks, where the premium seating in left goes quick. Get that front row seat. Arkansas, the number 3 overall seed in the field, starts its tournament today against the Summit League champs. That's the North Dakota State by 3rd. 3-1 on the way, and that one's off the plate. So it's a leadoff walk for Schaffner. Brings up the freshman Dante Smith. Steady right-hander, though, is ahead of Dante Smith. That's the freshman. Tries to move the runner over with the 2 strikes. And that time, Reese Robinette was able to scramble back to the base. So they get the out. Schaffner.
4th year for the Bison and the son of a prominent pitching coach at Minnesota, Todd Oaks.
Payoff. That drops in for a called 3rd strike. 2 gone, and Jimenez has his first punch out. Senior, veteran, 2-year starter here for the Bison. Swings at the 0-1, lines that into left, and it's down for a base hit. Danvilon has to play it on a hop, and North Dakota State plates a 1st inning run.
Big statement right there by the men in scoring position.
Now it's Colton Becker, runner on the go. Throw down to second is on target. Ryder Helfrich retires the side. Catches Canton trying to swipe second, but it's the Summit champs and started the game tournament clincher. 3-2 to the left side, a lot of ground that Schaffner has to cover, and the throw is late. So leadoff base hit for Danvilon.
In the whole country.
And so he is one of those 25 semifinalists in play for the Golden Spikes Award. Well, there's a big hit. Danvilon heads to 3rd, gets the stop sign, throw to 2nd is late, and Aloy has got a 1st inning double. Two-two, out to the gap in left center. That time Becker had it lined up, makes the catch. So Arkansas does answer North Dakota State's 1st inning score, knotted up at 1.
That's excellent team offense right there. We talked about him going middle to the backside.
Let's do another 3-2. Helfrich gets underneath this one. Towards the line. This is Becker. Leaps. Becker makes the catch. Aloy tags and moves to 3rd. So Becker, some new outfield ground. He has to patrol out there. Had just enough space.
Nice play right there to stay with it. Was drifting toward the wall. Got the fans right there. Great effort.
Nolan Johnson can still get out of it with just 1 run's damage. Payoff. It's a little low, so the inning continues for Arkansas.
Great at bat right there. Great at.
1-0, that is ripped through the right side. It's a base hit. Aloy scores, and Arkansas swings in front. Couple of 1st inning runs.
With men in scoring position, it's huge.
First pitch to Brent Iredale, lifts this one to shallow right. So that does it for the Hogs in the 1st, but they do get 2. Maxwell and Kozel each played a run. 1 inning gone in Fayetteville.
In Oklahoma.
Not an easy team to beat twice in a matter of a couple of days. Becker launches this one deep out to right. Becker goes yard. Colton Becker ties it up. Wow.
Becker's 6th of the year. 99 exit velo. Ball really carried. Watch it right here. It's a breaking ball. Stays up in the strike zone. Becker got the head out. Drove it just barely over that 365, 367.
Just marker. Gets out of here.
Yes, yeah. Barely.
First pitch swinging. Noah Gordon bounces that one to Aloy. A little low throw, but there's 1 gone here. They played a series at Alabama, played in Baton Rouge earlier this year as well. Looks like that time Helfrich caught it cleanly, so there's the second strikeout rather for Jimenez. 2 gone after the Becker blast.
There's 7 left-hand hitters in the Bison lineup today. So that's a good matchup right there for North Dakota State, obviously, to see the baseball with over a 5 ERA.
So it's a 2-out walk for North Dakota State. Again, only 7 walks first 2 seasons at Oregon State. Hit the portal, transferred to Arkansas ahead of this year. High chop, that is over Robinette's head, and it's down the line. So Erlob heads to third. He's getting the wave. Here's the throw, and then a stop sign. Late stop sign, as that one was played in very quickly by Maxwell in right.
Schaffner gets an intentional
they just
walk.
intentionally walked. Arguably the most productive hitter in the Summit League. So Schaffner is at first. Dante Smith, the freshman, at the plate with the bases loaded here. Second one ends your season. And you play, of course, to the regional final. 2-2. Cut at and missed, and the inning is over. And the key is you want to get to that regional final on Sunday with 2 wins and have to force someone to beat you twice on Sunday in order to advance.
That's the best formula for sure.
So Justin Thomas hits next with a run on the board, by the way. Thomas, in front of the plate. This is a good one. Will be a close play. They got him at first, so he does move the runner over. Really nicely handled that time by Johnson.
Excellent PFP right there.
Davalon. Swing, that one's fading into center. Canton has to play it on a hop. Gets it in quickly. Runner stops at third. Canton that time had to shield his eyes from the sun.
For him this weekend.
That's a good one. Swings, lifts it. That is a towering fly. Enough room here for Becker. So Aloy just gets underneath it. Robinette tags. And Arkansas's up 3-2. That's mishandled by the NDSU fielder. And so Davalon gets to second. Go. And said, boy, that's a nice atmosphere. So when he hit the portal and there was interest from the Arkansas side, no brainer. Maxwell, though, gets underneath it. Inning is over. Arkansas gets the run. End of 2.
Under.
Yep.
Unbelievable.
Only 8 teams get there, Bobby, as you know. You've been there a number of times. There's a first pitch out there for Aiden Jimenez. Davis Hamilton is retired. So Dave Van Horn is not just to get to Omaha, but finally break through and win it.
No doubt.
Jimenez trying to put away Canton. Check swing. I don't think he offered. They appeal down to third, and so that is another walk. 1 out base runner for the Bison. They always sell out. 10, 11,000 strong for just about every game here. That one's bounced into the right field, into right, and Becker's got himself another base hit. So, pair of Bison are aboard with 1 out in the third. He's about to throw his 50th pitch of the afternoon. Gordon bounces it. Another high chop handled by Iredell. Cross the diamond. Double play. And the inning is over. A big third baseman, Brent Iredell. More unmistakable logos than the 2 North Dakota State, the Bison logo. That's a good one. How about a leadoff bunt single for Ryder Helfrich? The catcher in the cleanup slot has got himself a leadoff base hit.
We talked about Ryder being an amazing.
They spent the first couple of months away from home. Bobby, pretty much exclusively. The first home game wasn't until late March. This one stung out to right. Chases Maxwell, or pardon me, Smith all the way back. That's the first out. There goes the runner. Pitches high, throw down to second. And that time he beat the throw. Helfrich gets in. So there's a stolen base for Helfrich after the bunt single. The days were done. Payoff is slashed into right center. This one chases Canton back off the base of the wall. Kojal brings in a run. Here's the throw to the plate, and he's safe. Helfrich scores, it's 4-2.
Well, that was a lot closer than I thought. Going off pitches, especially with 2 strikes. That's their 16th of the game already.
This one's flared over to Schaffner at short. That is the second out. Bobby, no Arkansas hitter has struck out yet.
Right.
So Robinette waves and misses, and that's the first strikeout for Nolan Johnson. Arkansas adds another. Its lead is 2 runs.
Find ways to get on base and taking some good swings with runners in scoring position too, and that's something that we'll need to keep doing throughout. Obviously, they have a talented pitching staff. Jimenez is doing a good job of settling in here a little bit, and then their offense keeps scoring and we give them a lead, so we need to keep putting the
program prepare for that schedule.
3-2 pitch to Erlob is slashed into center, so that's a base hit. He's been on base twice today. That'll bring up Luis Garcia, number 9 hitter.
Good looking swing. We dogs getting hot in the pen.
1-2. That one's lifted to shallow right. Maxwell has it lined up, so you got 2 outs. So Jimenez would love to get through.
Yeah, it's just shocking that he couldn't throw the ball in there at a
Bouncer
high rate.
over to Kojal at second, so that does retire the side. So Schaffner put it into play, but Arkansas closes the door. We're done with 4 series the last 5 years. So that is almost the entirety of your conference at some point being one of the final 8 teams standing the last handful of years. Very impressive. And now, look, Bobby, it's put it together this season. 3-2, that one is bounced right to Schaffner, who is shaded behind that second base bag, handled it nicely, and there's 2 gone.
Good little snag right there, the
Yeah.
one hand with the Red Sox.
It's a great side-by-side. 2-2 is in there for a called 3rd strike, and so Johnson punches out Aloy. Second strikeout for the lefty. It's a 1-2-3 inning for Johnson.
In through a base runner out.
Yep. And so he starts now his first full inning of work, working with the lefty Parker Coyle, who just froze Dante Smith, the freshman, that time. 1 quick out here in the top half of the 5th.
Yeah, that's now modern and combination. They're combining new school and old school in there.
Wave and a miss, so 2 gone in the 5th. And there's a couple of strikeouts for Coyle here. He's retired all 3 hitters.
And it was an amazing tour in there yesterday afternoon by Coach Hobbs.
Canton knocked in a run, by the way, back in the 1st inning, so he's 2 for 2. Also has got a walk today, so a good day at the plate for Canton. That time was aggressive. He was the iconic former head coach. There's been 2 head coaches here in 60 years. Throw down to second. Runner didn't slide. And Helfrich throws out another. So Coyle does
Didn't make it. They still haven't made it to Omaha, and now they were basically an afterthought this year.
There's the first
And
down.
They could make a run.
Well, no better time than right now to remind you.
Done a much better job with his fastball location later in this game, especially in on right-handed hitters.
2-2 is stung hard, but right to the very good defensive shortstop. That's Schaffner. And he got 2 out.
Well, now they all bomb it like he does.
I think they knew where the camera was. Hello.
Yeah, they did.
The father and son. That's into center, a base hit. So Kuhio Aloy with his first hit of the afternoon. Swung at, this one is drilled, back to the wall and right, and it's gone! Kojal goes yard.
Two-out RBI, a huge momentum switch right there for the Razorbacks. Big knock. Watch it right here. It's up in the strike zone. A breaking ball hanging on the inner half, and that's how you do it. You pull it in the air with backspin. Coles would hit it like he knew it was coming for power.
2-0, that's lifted back to deep right. It's got some carry to it, but Smith has enough room. Arkansas extends its lead. Cam Cope.
1,000 RPMs.
Called third strike at the letters. Third punch out for Coyle. Bobby, he's only faced 5 hitters.
Yeah, he throws it in there with some good stuff.
He bats next. Squares, bounces it, going up that first base side. Nobody's covering, and so Coyle does the tumble to field it. But that is the second time we have seen that. The push bunt up the handed the #1 overall seed in the Summit League tournament a pair of losses last week to punch its ticket to the regional. 1-1, that is ripped out to center field, and Thomas has it for the second out. So this is the Coyle, the junior from Edmond, Oklahoma. 0-2, swing and a miss, inning over.
There it is again.
4 strikeouts in 2 1/3 innings. Maybe 1,000 people, that's it. Little north of Fargo. Pitching on the big stage here. 1-2 pitch, he gets Robinette to chase it up in the zone, and there's 1 gone. Nice start.
Ellis, this guy's got a bright future.
1-2, that is hit hard on the ground to Schaffner. So 2 quick outs.
Gosh, I love Schaffner at shortstop. He can play the game.
2-2. That's in the air, down the line. Maybe a play for Hamilton. And he makes the catch. After a baseball fell out of the stands in front of him, he reaches over and somehow makes the play. Wow, great stuff from Hamilton.
He almost steps on the baseball right here. Check it out. Baseball has to get around that.
It's this one.
And then makes the play.
Anywhere past the dugouts. 2-2 to Garcia, who's hitting on the right side for the first time today. And there's 1 gone. The NCAA Regionals coverage for all sophomore. The league's batting champ hit .384 this year. And by the way, with only 1 fielder on the left side, that little half swing, he put it into play, but that's the second out.
Did put it into play, but that's that nasty 82 mile per hour.
Is to on Jimenez's right. We'll see him very likely, you would think, on the mound this weekend. That is through the middle and a base hit for Smith. So a 2-out base runner for the Bison.
Perfectly placed, wasn't
1-1, that is stung into center. Thomas has it lined up, inning over. Parker Coyle has logged 3 1/3 scoreless innings. He's been excellent out of the pen.
Base hits. If it's on the ground, it's going to be pulled.
Swings and hits it into that shift. This is Schaffner. And so there's 1 out, and Koenig has retired all 4 hitters that he's faced.
In the whole tournament. They're 2 totally different expectations. The 1 seed, a lot of pressure, right? To get to Omaha, you are the 1 seed and have them make a run at the Ole Miss Regional.
That's hit hard. That's past Hamilton. Base hit for Ryder Helfrich. So 2-out base runner for Arkansas.
That ball was smoked. But that 2005 in baseball, sometimes it's about the people, the relationships. That's what goes all the way. It's not necessarily the best. It's about the people.
Hey, nice inning here, Bobby, for Koenig. Strikes out Aloy. That's 2 scoreless innings for the big righty.
Look at that.
One-two pitch on the outside corner for a called third strike. Bin rate. And really good stuff.
Yeah, he's nasty.
2-2. That's there. Called third strike. 2 away.
Same exact pitch as the last at bat. Left on left, away from arm side, fastball. Just watch right here if he gets one.
Now this should be a 1-2-3 inning for Beitelshees. And so Arkansas is now just 3 outs away from starting this regional 1-0 against Arkansas. And he has faced just about everybody now. And he gets Kojal to chase the fastball up in the zone. Foul tips it into the mitt. He's got 3 punch outs.
That pitch from anywhere from 92 to 95 miles per hour. their #1 starter probably tomorrow.
It's bouncing ball to the left side, and Hamilton handles it. So it's 2 gone in this 8th. You know, Coyle and Beitelshees in America now for going on a decade. Payoff pitch. He did not go, and so a 2-out walk for Robinette. Justin Thomas will hit next. That one gets by the catcher. So now you've got another insurance run. Potential one in scoring position.
Now remember, we talked about this earlier.
Payoff. It's popped up foul. Maybe a play. Erlob near the dugout. He's got it. And so Koenig has logged 3 scoreless innings. His team is on the wrong end. They have not scored since that 2nd inning. That pitch is bounced up the middle, and that's a base hit for Timmons. So the Bison have the leadoff runner on in their opening game. First hit of the day for the redshirt freshman from Solon.
Bases up, like we talked about. A 5 spot keeps you away from that 1-swing grand slam to tie the baseball game.
Runner on the move, and that time Helfrich doesn't even give him a look. Timmons into scoring position. In an elimination game. Runner on the move, gets away from the catcher, Helfrich. Recovers it now, and so the Bison, they've got a man 90 feet away.
And the Razorbacks are just playing defense. They're not concerned with the running game here.
Almost 4 weeks ago. 2-2. Wave and a miss, and there's 2 gone.
A lot of depth. A lot of depth on that slider.
Beitelshees coming home. 0-2 is popped up. Playable for Iredale. Third baseman has it, and the game is over. Arkansas with the 6-2 win. And it advances to tomorrow's game. It'll face either Creighton or Kansas. And from that point, you're 1 win away from the regional final.
The script for Dave Van Horn played out perfectly today. Did exactly what he wanted. And then Coyle out of the bullpen. His 2 lefties came in and shut down the Bison. Just absolutely shut them down, suffocated their offense. Big win right here in game 1 for the Razorbacks.
Coyle and Beitelshees, they strike out 8 total batters